Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to NDTV and Peoria Notre Dame High School. We're live here in the kitchen as we welcome the Knights of Richwoods High School to Notre Dame High School for our marquee event, Ladies Irish Basketball.
Should be a very interesting game. It's kind of a little different scenario than what we had the last few years. We talked about this a little bit during the JV game. You know, the success that Richwoods has had. Well, traditionally, Richwoods, when you play Richwoods, you're playing the Richwoods girls basketball tradition. They've been as good as I can remember. They've always put good teams on the floor. Sometimes those teams are great teams, which they've had in recent years. So it's going to be exciting to see how the Irish rise to the occasion tonight.
Absolutely. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start as we always do with our pregame prayer, followed by the Star Spangled Banner. So stay with us, and we'll be back.
Please join me in asking God's blessing upon these athletes. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Strong and faithful God, as we come together for this contest, we ask you to bless these athletes. Keep them safe from injury and harm. Instill in them respect for each other, and reward them for their perseverance. Lead us all to the rewards of your kingdom, where you live and reign forever and ever. Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Lucy, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Father Kringle leading us in prayer, and then the Star Spangled Banner, and always fantastic.
You know, Notre Dame, where it's Christmas every day, our AD's named Rudolph, and we have Father Kringle.
And our chaplain's Father Kringle.
And we have Mr. Klaus. That's close enough to Klaus.
We'll take it. Well, as John Cummings does the loudspeaker introductions, I'm going to turn it over to my partner, Mike Plunkett, to introduce you all to tonight's starting lineups.
And we will, first of all, meet the starters for the Richwoods Lady Knights under the direction of Coach Todd Hersey, assisted by Ralph Gallo. Number 4, a freshman, Adriana Barber. A junior, number 10, Katie Wales. Another freshman, number 14, Cameron Hyder. A junior, number 20, Jada Lane. And a junior, number 31, Jada Davis. And I had a little conversation with Jada at halftime of the JV game, complimenting her on the great job she did announcing the varsity boys last night. So good job, Jada, and Jada's parents. Now the starters for the Irish, under the direction of Lane Langhoff. And number 22, a freshman, Maya Wardle. A 6-foot sophomore, number 20, Elizabeth Biz Daly. 5'5" junior, number 12, Molly Rickey. 5'10" senior guard, number 3, Liz Tenley. And finally, we have a 5'8" senior forward, number 14, Lily Blackford. Looking forward to the game. We'll see a good measuring stick for the Irish tonight, playing against a Richwoods team that hasn't played Many games this year. As a matter of fact, I think this is just their second at the varsity level.
It may just be their second game.
Because of COVID precautions and all kinds of things, but you never, ever take Richwoods for granted, no matter what the circumstances may be.
Not with the history of talent, of excellence, and so forth that they've had. So Richwoods will inbound here. Cameron Heidel inbounds it right in front of us, gets it to Katie Wales, and Katie will get things going for the Knights. Ball is thrown overhead and out of bounds, and that's a quick turnover for the Knights, and the Irish will bring it back the other way.
And again, we mentioned this in the first game. We'll say it again. You know, Notre Dame has played 9 varsity games. This is number 10. A lot of these kids are playing both varsity and JV. They've got a lot of minutes. Richwoods has been, unfortunately, has not been able to play just due to circumstances beyond their control. And so, you know, there may be a little rust on the Knights to begin with, but we'll see how things play out. And again, you play the games. You don't base it on anything other than the fact you have to play the games. And Richwoods is always tough.
So nice interior pass. It's off the mark. Liz Tenley with the rebound. Here comes Maya Wardle. Wardle dribbles it around, gets it inside to Blackford. Blackford kicks it out to Tenley. Tenley dribbles it around, gets it back to Wardle. Wardle cross court, gets it to Ricky. Ricky inside to Daly. Daly dribbles out. It's off the mark. Ball goes around, and number 4, Adriana Barber, pulls it out and sets up the offense.
And Richwoods will traditionally play their matchup zone. Is something they've played for years. They've had the luxury of playing that zone, kind of like what our boys have this year. We have a lot of size in that zone.
So that's a strong move down the left-hand side of the lane there. Adriana Barber attacking, and Molly Ricky fouls her with the block, and Ricky had a nice position there, but still gets called for the blocking foul, and Barber will shoot 2 shots.
And Barber, just a freshman, but again, they just haven't played, so you haven't had a lot of times here. But I've heard good things about her, and you think about this is not many games they've had under their belt yet. So I'm interested to see the talented freshman they do have on the floor tonight.
Lily Blackford with a nice rebound, gets it out to Wardle. Wardle guarded by Wales. Tenley gets it over to Blackford. Blackford swings it over to Ricky. Ricky inside to Blackford. Blackford looks to drive. Up strong. And goes up against Jada Davis. Jada Davis fouls her, and she has her first.
And look at that replay. They probably don't call it if she doesn't extend her arm. If she just keeps it straight up, it's not going to be called. Whether you make contact or not, that's just the way they get
going to
called.
Call it. You drop that arm, they're going to catch you for it. First free throw is off the mark for Lily Blackford. She'll get one more. We're at 6:21 here in the first quarter. Knights lead 1-0 over Notre Dame. Second free throw is not there. Number 20, Jada Lane, comes up with the ball. Gets it out to Cameron Heidel. The Irish doing a good job of moving the ball here. Freshman Barber with the ball, gets it over to 31, Jada Davis. Good pressure from Blackford. And
good play by Biz Daly.
Steals it all the way down. Nice touch on the layup. And the Irish are on the board.
Katie Wells, number 10, and Jada Davis, number 31. I know got some varsity minutes last year, so that's a little bit of experience on the floor for them.
A little too much on the pass from Heidel, trying to get it into Wales. And the ball is stolen. And coming back the other way. Ricky knew what she wanted to do, just couldn't get the ball up and get it fed inside. And Cameron Heidel will inbound it here right in front of our table.
We'll see how they again with the freshman guards handling the ball a lot for Richwoods with Barber and Hyder. We'll see how they handle this pressure. But again, Hyder's being guarded by a freshman from Notre Dame, so it's a pretty even matchup.
Nice look inside by number 31, Jada Davis. Shots off the mark. Nice rebound by Daly. And
now what the Irish have to think about is if you get a rebound and they're going to collapse 2 or 3 people on you, you got to get the ball out right now. Now all of a sudden you're going to have a 4-on-2 or a 4-on-3 break. If they're going to, you make them pay for it a couple times, they will no longer do that.
Right.
Risky pass.
Yep, and they paid for it. So here comes number 20, Jada Lane, back down the other way. Blackford with good defense. The Lane pulls up, knocks down the 2. A kick and over the back call is made on the Irish. It'll be Richwoods' ball. And we're going to get our first media timeout of the game. Ladies and gentlemen, number 14, Cameron Hyder, is Hyder, not Heidel. I apologize for that. I can't read my own writing. So to the Hyder family watching at home, my deepest apologies. Please don't hold it against anyone here but me, as my penmanship is awful. So folks, we're in our first media timeout of the game. We're in the first quarter, 4:38 left here in the first quarter. Richwoods leads 3-2, and they do not look like a team that's only played one game.
No, they again, when you have 2 freshmen, handling the ball quite a bit. Now, Katie Wells will settle them down. Katie's a very good player. I just know Katie from her grade school days, and Katie's just a wonderful young lady and a good player. She'll settle them down, but Richwoods is again making an effort to try to get the ball inside. They're going to pound it inside, make us stop them in there. And again, Richwoods' defense is it's not easy to play against. They always look to play their matchup zone. Again, their matchup is not nearly as tall as it was so tall and long these last several years. But still, if you're in your right spots, the right position, it's still not easy, and not an easy defense to play against.
Nice hustle there by Molly Rickey to get after it, just couldn't save it. Number 31, Jada Davis, will inbound the ball. And the Irish are pressuring much more now.
Yeah, I think that, that's something I was going to say, that I think we need to pressure them. Again, Richwoods hasn't played in games, so they're just not going to be in the game shape that they would hope to be in by this time. So I think by pressuring them, hopefully you can wear them down over a period of time. You don't need to. You're not going to win a game in the first quarter. You're going to win the game over the period of the 32 minutes.
The Irish are certainly attacking every loose ball right now. Molly Rickey with the ball down in the corner. Swings out to Lily Blackford. Guarded by Hyder. Blackford gets it to Wardle. Screen from Tenley. Wardle swings it over to Rickey. Rickey for 3, and it's good.
And that's what
is on the board.
That's what you need to do. You got to loosen things up by making some shots from the outside. And we were patient there. We showed good patience. Got the ball to Molly in a good spot.
Good job, good defense there, poking the ball away and the turnover. And here comes Tenley with the ball. They look to settle things down. She gets it back to Wardle, and Wardle will set things up. Nice screen from Blackford. Tenley looks inside, drives. Nice move off the glass, and Liz Tenley's on the board.
It's going to be a 30 called by Richwoods.
Coach Hersey wants to settle things down as his team goes down 4 here with 3:09 left to go in the quarter. Get a nice little wave from our official here, Ed Babcock. We got a great staff working the game tonight. Terry Glob, Ed Babcock, and Darren Connett.
We're fortunate in this area to have the quality of officiating that we have. And I noticed that all the years that I coached, that when you travel, you go on the road, you don't always see the quality of officials is in the Peoria area. And our Association of Officials does an excellent job. And it's not an easy job.
Yeah, it's certainly not an easy job. And with the number of officials that have not returned with COVID going on right now, it's over half, I believe.
Yeah, some of these guys are working every night of the week. They maybe get a Sunday off, and that's it. Nice play by Wardle.
And Peggy drives hard to the hole and gets fouled by number 4, Adriana Barber. And that'll be Barber's first, team's third. And Wardle will go to the line to shoot 2 fouls. And that's a great job by Wardle, just staying with the inbounds pass. Muscling the ball away and attacking the hoop. Second free throw is good for Wardle. And with 3 minutes left to go here in the first quarter, the Irish lead 8-3 over Richwoods. And they're
showing a little 1-2-2 full court pressure.
And Biz Daly wanted that, just was a step behind. Hyder with the ball, swings it over to Barber. Barber back to Hyder. Nice screen up top from number 22, Howard. Long three there from Barber, and that's a nice rebound there from, I believe that's Destiny Rush. Ball comes inside from Barber. She feeds to number 32 there.
Nice
Hickman.
driving pass.
Yep.
Another nice driving pass.
And unfortunately, Adriana Barber just took one too many steps, gets called for travel. And Molly Rickey will inbound underneath the Knights basket. And there's Molly Brightback for 3 off the mark. And great hustle there by Biz Daly to keep that ball alive and in the Irish hands. That's a nice strong block down there by number 32, Bernaya Hickman. Stayed with the shot, got a nice block, and we come back the other way, and number 14, Cameron Hyder.
And you know, we mentioned that Richwoods only has one senior on their team this year, and that senior, Olivia Allen, is out, I believe, with a knee injury right now. So, you know, they are really a young, inexperienced team because Allen gave them some good minutes last year.
Right.
I believe was a starter for most of the time last year, if I'm not mistaken. So, you know, that's just another. Makes it a little bit more difficult for Richwoods when you're inexperienced to begin with. You haven't played many games, and now your senior's not able to play for you.
I tell you, the number of passes we've seen Biz Daly between the 2 games today, and this is just a short game, that she has been able to poke away or flat out steal is incredible. I'd love to get that number.
Yeah, she's very active,
yeah.
more so than you just keep seeing it getting more and more so every game.
Number 32, Lexi Gorham checks in for the Irish, and number 10, Katie Wales, will return for the Knights. We're under a minute here in the first quarter. Irish lead 8-6 over Richwoods. Ricky looks to drive, gets it to Breitbach, swings it over in the corner to Gorham. The ball's off the mark. And in the ensuing rebound, it goes off of Ricky and out of bounds, and Liz Tenley will check in, giving Molly Rickey a little breather.
And that's a shot that Gorham can hit.
Yeah.
Just coming fresh in the game. Sometimes you like your player to run up and down the floor a couple times, get in the flow of the game before you take that shot.
Get warmed up a little bit. Hyder with the ball. Nice little spin move.
Hyder's very skilled.
Yeah. Oh, a nice save there down by Katie Wales. Liz Tenley. Katie Wales did a good job saving it. She just saved it to the wrong team, and Liz Tenley goes to start the fast break and just a little too much on the pass, and we go out of bounds.
Yeah, you know, I think there's only one girl in our program who could have made that pass to Maya, and that was Maya.
Yeah. And
she can't pass it to herself. That was a difficult pass. It needed to be a pinpoint pass. And
absolutely the right idea, just tough execution.
That's a skill. To be a top passer like that is an absolute skill.
Nice pass from. Oh, it's a
very good hustle by Liz.
Nice work by Tenley to break up that shot.
And we got a foul.
Unfortunately, number 32, Bernaya Hickman, did a good job going straight up to get the rebound, but I'm not sure.
She did make contact.
Yep.
You could see her going over the back. Hickman's another freshman. We saw her in the first game, and you know they've got 3 freshmen that are going to get a lot of minutes here. So that speaks well for their future.
Wardle with the ball, looking to create. Tenley for 3 from the corner. Over, and Katie Wales with the rebound. Wales with 3 seconds to go. Great defense from Worrell. Just fantastic. There's Breitbach hustling after the ball. And it just broke up. Broke up that last second shot there. And at the end of one, it's Notre Dame 8, Richwoods 6. And we've got a good game here. We thought it would be.
Yeah, we really, I mean, you know, again, you look at things and you think there's a little disadvantage for Richwoods not having played, but again, it's Richwoods, and Richwoods is used to winning.
Well, we're going to take a minute here to enjoy the Peoria Notre Dame dance team.
PND, the team to beat. We came here to win, so expect defeat. The blue, green, and white. That's right. Irish. Go Irish.
Don't let your bones, muscles, or joints slow you down. At Midwest Orthopedic Center, we're experts at helping people of all ages relieve pain and restore function so you can get the most out of life. Midwest Orthopedic Center, proud to be the viewer's choice.
Once again, that was the Notre Dame cheerleaders there performing for you in between the quarters. They do such a fantastic job. Dawson, I'm sorry, their coach. And again, they've been here for pretty much every home game, bringing their talents, and we're so happy to be able to share it with you via the live stream here. So the Irish will inbound it and get things underway here in the second quarter. Worrell swings it to Blackford. Blackford to Gorham. Worrell dribble drives, kicks it to Tenley. Tenley swings it to Breitbach. Breitbach to Gorham. Gorham inside to Tenley. Tenley with a nice little scoop pass to Blackford. Blackford not able to finish. It gets batted around, and Tenley comes out with it. Gets it out to Wardle. Wardle, nice pass cross court. These girls are doing a nice job passing the ball and just got knocked away. And here comes Katie Wales. And passed before she looked.
That's right. That was a very nice defensive play by Richards that time. I'd like to see Liz hold that seal a little bit longer on her post, and the pass to pass the hand away from the defense. But give credit to the defense. She made a very nice play. I think that was, not sure if that was Jada Davis that made that play or who that was.
Number 14.
That was 32 was Hickman.
42, Cameron Hyder is checked in, along with number 4, Adriana Barber. And number 32 is a nice move from Bernaya Hickman underneath the hoop, and she'll get her first bucket of the game. It's a tough pass from Gorham inside the lane to Blackford, just off the mark, and Barber comes back with it the other way. Nice move underneath by number 31, Jada Davis. Just couldn't finish the layup. Wardle for a long three, just off the mark. Rebound for Jada Lane, and strong screen from 31, Jada Davis on Blackford. And again, oh, nice move from Maya Wardle. Nice little Euro step through the lane there and finishes.
And I really think if we continue to push the pace, both defensively by pressuring their ball handlers, just wearing them out gradually over the game, pushing the ball down the floor, which is what Maya does so well, that the fact that Richwoods hasn't played as much this year, I think we've got a chance to maybe wear them down a little bit.
Travel violation on Richwoods, and we'll come back the other way. Number 12, Molly Rickey, and number 20, Biz Daly, check back in for the Irish. You're noticing on that last steal of Wardle's, so many people think just because they have a height advantage or they're trying to go into somebody taller that they're going to pass over her. And her jumping ability and her keen sense for awareness of the ball, she picks off so many passes.
She really does. And she great timing, just has that instinct. And
Nice
speaking of that, Hyder just made a tremendous block on Maya as Maya drove to the basket, because Maya generally will finish that play, and Hyder came and clean
read
block.
that beautifully.
You can see it on the replay.
Yep.
Just a very nice play on her
Hyder
part.
just followed it very nice. And with that, number 22, Faith Howard will check in for the Knights. Barber with the ball. Strong defense from Mary Breitbach. Barber looks to drive, and she will score. That's number 4, Adriana Barber.
We got a little
Nice
confused
drive
on defense. So I think Biz wanted to step out and just hedge and get back to who she was guarding. A little hesitation because they end up switching, and Barber beat it to the basket.
A nice pass ahead down to, that went down to number 4, Adriana Barber, and the feed inside. And and a nice rebound there from number 22, Faith Howard. And on the ensuing putback, they're going to call a foul on number 22, Maya Wardle. Faith Howard will go to line to shoot 2 shots.
And once again, when you don't come up with that defensive rebound, a lot of times bad things happen. Whether whether you fouled them or not in there, that doesn't matter if the official calls it, it's a foul.
Right.
That's just how it is. But by not getting that initial rebound, you create problems for yourself.
Second free throw's off, but there they are again. There's number 20, Jada Lane, with the rebound and putback. And we certainly saw a lot of that in the JV game. That Richwoods will attack the rebounds always. Blackford gets the ball down under. Wardle looks to shoot, pulls back out. Goes with the floater in the lane just off the mark, but the right idea. And again, she has that ability to give that fake 3. People collapse on her, and she drives beautifully. Just off the mark.
Probably would have liked to see her just pull up and take that jump shot rather than that runner at that point. But Maya is capable of making that shot, we know. But I think just very nice play by Wardle.
Again, another steal by Wardle, and the finish for 2. She gets her second field goal today. And we've got a timeout here at 4:25 here in the second quarter. I suspect this will become our media timeout.
Yeah, this will become a 90-second.
Yeah. Coach Hersey wanted a timeout, but this will.
So I got a little clarification from an official last time. So it's a Richwoods timeout, but they stretch it to the 90 is what it is. It doesn't.
So they do get counted for the timeout, but it is 90 seconds long. So.
And I would imagine Coach Hersey just with the idea that, our kids haven't played a lot. And again, fatigue could be a factor. We're going to use his timeouts wisely, use his bench. There's a couple kids you can see, I'm not sure that he feels real comfortable with Hyder not in the game at this point. So he's going to play her quite a bit. But she just looks like, she's a young kid. She looks like she play all day. She reminds you of Maya Wardle, just the physical presence. And I think they can run up and down the floor all day. But kids still get tired, so using these timeouts and using your bench is important when you haven't played a lot of games.
Right. They have 2 strong freshman guards there for Richwoods in Barber and Hyder, and we're gonna enjoy watching this battle today.
And down the road, I think the next, you look in our city alone, just with what we have and what Richwoods has, and then obviously we all know what Peoria High has.
Right.
And Peoria High's got a great group of young talent, so. The girls' basketball in this city is going to be fun to watch. I think some very competitive games down the next few years.
Just this week alone, I believe we welcome Peoria High here. Is it Friday night?
That's Friday night.
Yeah, so we are, I'm going to enjoy watching some basketball this week, as we have all season.
And we're going to see, according to the state rankings, one of the top teams in the state.
Well, we've got a foul on number 22 here right in front of us. Faith Howard will be her first.
Just a little push off to try to get open, I believe.
And so the Irish will inbound underneath their own basket. We got 4:25 left here in the quarter. Maya Wardle will inbound for the Irish. Nice cut by Tenley through the lane, and the jumper's good. Liz Tenley.
Liz found the open spot, and Maya found Liz.
And there's Breitbach with a nice steal on the inbounds. Gets it out to Tenley. Wardle calls for it up top, and Wardle wants to settle things down, set up the offense. Oh, great look inside. Gets tipped. That's a fantastic look inside from Wardle.
Yeah, if you're on defense, you got to be on your toes whenever she's got the ball because she's just looking constantly.
Nice fake from Breitbach, gets it over to Blackford. Blackford back to Wardle. Wardle swings it to Tenley. I've got a nice view of Ed Babcock in front of me. Do you think he'd move if I asked him? There, he slides over.
Yeah, you moved him in front of me. No, he moved out of the way.
Nice hustle play there from number 31, Jada Davis. Will force a jump ball, and will go back Richwoods' way.
And again, I think we just need to continue to try to push the pace. In our half court, we've had a little bit of trouble getting shots. I think transition is where we've got to look to get some buckets.
We're approaching 3:30 here in the second quarter. The Irish lead 14-12 over Richwoods. Oh, there's a fantastic pass inside. The shot's off the mark, and the Irish will come back the other way. Wardle pushing a quick, nice crossover, swings back, goes it back in the corner, feeds Tenley underneath.
Nice
she goes
pass.
far to Breitbach. Breitbach for three, off the mark.
That's a right pass by Tenley.
And the right shot, too. And here comes Hyder. Hyder's not messing around. She wants to attack just as hard. Nice spin move. Just put too much in the move and not enough on the shot.
Yeah, that takes a little bit of strength, and sometimes the younger kids just don't have that yet. But again, like we said earlier and continue to say, I've been looking forward to seeing her play because I've heard so much about her, and she's very, very skilled.
Number 12, Molly Rickey checks back in for the Irish. Giving Breitbach a break. Number 31, Jada Davis to inbound for Richwoods. And there's Biz Daly with another intercepted pass.
Biz had Molly Rickey right behind her in the corner, just didn't see her.
That's it. And there's Rickey, with a nice feed inside. Daly strong to the hoop. It's off the mark. Nice rebound for Blackford. Daly across to Tenley. Tenley strong to the hoop, off the mark. And there's Blackford again, just working hard underneath. Rickey for three. Just misses it. Daly strong inside. Nice little baby hook inside, just off the mark. And there again is Jada Davis rebounded. Strong rebounder today.
Jada's a nice player. I remember watching her in grade school. She was at Washington Gifted, and she's just been a good player all the way through. So it's fun to watch her play. And I already mentioned her excellent announcing skills.
And there she is, Jada Davis with the drive down the right side of the lane. And she draws the foul, makes the basket. Here she is on the replay. Draws the foul on number 12, Molly Rickey. It'll be Molly's second, team's third. Jada gets her first bucket of the game. And she'll go to the line to try to complete the three-point play. Number 15, Mary Breitbach, not much of a break for her. She's right back in.
Well, it's one of these games you just can't afford to have her off the floor too much. I don't look for Maya to come off the floor at all tonight unless something really drastic happens.
Free throws off the mark for Davis. A nice
Blackford,
rebound
a good
for
strong
Blackford.
rebound.
Yeah, I mean, again, rebound Blackford. I feel like we say it a lot. Daly gets it to Breitbach. Breitbach to Gorman, who's checked in. To Blackford. Blackford to Wardle. Oh, there's Wardle with a nice drive. She decides to kick it over to Gorman. Gorman swings it to Breitbach. Breitbach to Wardle. Wardle to Daly. Daly drives. And Daly hits the line and goes out of bounds. And we'll have a couple of substitutions for the Knights. Number 3, Destiny Rush, checking back in. And number 32, Brenaya Hickman, also in for the Knights. The Irish continuing their full court pressure.
Well, we just got to convert some of these. We've gotten some turnovers. Richwoods, first of all, to their credit, has gotten back on defense when they've turned it over. They haven't stopped on the play. And we've got to just show some patience on offense and knock down a shot.
Breitbach comes cross court, slings it to Wardle. Wardle patient. Gets inside to Daly. Daly with a nice fake. She did everything she had to do there to draw the foul, to make the move, and finally she got the whistle. Fouls on number 22, Faith Howard. And Faith Howard playing good defense there. It's just a little too much contact. That's Faith Howard's second foul, team 6.
And I think some of the success we can have here, we're trying to go inside to the high post and working off that. I think an inside out. And again, when you're not making shots, which we've made a couple, but we haven't really consistently made too many shots tonight. When you're not making shots, you just don't look very good when you're not making shots. And both teams are kind of that way. We're struggling getting the ball in the basket. It's part of it's tough defense, and part of it is just sometimes you just don't make shots.
Right.
It happens. And I think whoever gets on a little run here and is able to get a little distance, is going to get some momentum and carry them. You see how this last minute goes. Somebody can score a couple buckets and get a 2-bucket lead going into halftime. That gives you a little momentum when you come out in the second half. Because right now, points have been hard to come by.
So Wardle will inbound for the Irish underneath their own basket. Comes in far to Breitbach. She gets it under control. She's guarded by Hyder. Wardle looks to drive, decides against it. Gets it across to Breitbach, goes inside to Daly.
That's the pass you want to make. Now keep moving it.
Patient with the ball, just working it. Looking for a hole in the defense. And there's Gorman for 3. Good!
And again, Lexi can make that shot.
Lexi Gorman, her first basket of the game, and it's a good one. Sending the lead for the Irish to 3 with 40 seconds left here in the second quarter, sorry. Nice defense from Gorman.
And again, that's, the shot that Lexi made within the offense, excellent shot for her.
Jumpers off the mark for Wardle, and we'll come back the other way. Nice rebound there for number 10, Katie Wales. Wales gets inside to number 32 there, Renee Hickman, and it's just off the mark and subsequently goes out of bounds, and it'll stay with Richwoods.
Yeah, we caught a little break there because that was a point-blank shot that just didn't go for the Knights.
And number 31, Jada Davis, will check back in for Richwoods. Hyder with the ball. Guarded tightly by Breitbach. She goes by, slings it over to Destiny Rush. Rush with a nice floater in the lane, off the mark. Wardle with it, 1 second left. Shot's not going to go off in time, but she almost knocks it in. So far, a 3-point game here.
Yeah, and it's just a slugfest, and this is unless there's a huge talent gap, which there has been for a few years, but even with the great talent that Richwoods had, the Notre Dame teams over these times have realized that we got to come in and give them our best shot, or else it's going to really be ugly. And you could even do that, and still it's a very difficult game for them. But when the talent gap or the talent is pretty well evenly distributed, like we're seeing here tonight, these teams get after each other.
Absolutely,
it's going to be a slugfest. We'll watch our cheerleaders now.
And ladies and gentlemen, that's the Notre Dame cheerleaders. Fantastic group of young ladies. And we're here right now. We got couldn't be blessed more so to have a few moments with Coach Langhoff. So I'm going to turn it over to Mike Plunkett and Coach to have a couple of questions and hopefully some answers.
We won't keep you long here, Coach.
Okay.
You got to get with your team, but just your impressions of the first half. Points are hard to come by, which we were just talking about. Unless it's a huge talent gap between these two teams, it's always going to be a slugfest, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Well, and they started with the box and one on Maya, and then made a sub and went back to just their straight matchup. But we're getting really good looks around the rim. We just have not made enough. The defense. I like the defense. 14 points. I think we've given up too much around the basket, but we've got good looks. We just cannot get the ball to go down. Lexi, that opened it up. Got us a little breather there with Lexi's three. That was big. Molly with 3, you know, she hasn't really gotten involved a whole lot, but we just need some more action. We need the ball in the short corner a little bit more. The high post, I mean, from the bench, you know, the high post looks open all the time, but we're just not getting anybody there or hitting them at the right time. And they're doing a good job of collapsing. We just we need to get Biz more involved around the basket. And again, if we just finish some shots, we're okay.
Okay. All right. Thanks,
All
Coach.
right.
Good luck.
At least I was smart enough to wait for the cheerleaders this
There
time.
you go.
Didn't
You
have
know,
to kneel.
you know what
I'm learning.
you know
I'm
who's
learning.
boss. I know. Okay. Thanks.
Folks, you heard it right there from Coach and some of the things that they're looking for there in their game. And as we talked about throughout that half, it's a lot of the work around the rim, the rebounds and so forth. And he pointed it out right away.
Yeah, and when you know, he talked about when you attack that little matchup they do. You know, they started off trying to take Maya out of the game by doing a little box and one on her. But when they play their matchup zone, which they normally will do, you can attack that by getting the ball at the high post, and then you can operate things off that high post. When Morton had success against the great Richwoods teams, they would put not necessarily a big player at the high post, but somebody who was just a skilled passer and ball handler at that high post and let them attack from there. So we're just having a little trouble getting our timing to match up where we're getting the ball at the high post to where the person on the high post can do something with the ball that's going to be productive. And then, you know, we talked about it, what Coach said. When you don't make shots, you just don't look very good when you're not making shots. And if you're getting the good shots and they're not going down, there's nothing else you can do except keep taking those shots and hope that eventually they're going to fall.
Well, folks, we've got just over 5 minutes left here in halftime. We're going to take a short little break here. And when we come back, we'll have no doubt a fantastic second half between the Richwoods Knights and your host, Notre Dame Lady Irish. We'll see you in a few minutes.
Get the expert orthopedic care you need when you need it. Skip the ER and come to Midwest Ortho First. We're the area's only walk-in clinic for sprains, strains, and breaks. Midwest Ortho First at Midwest Orthopedic Center. Proud to be the viewer's choice.
What do you think about people subscribing to the YouTube channel?
Oh my gosh, they definitely should. I did. I subscribed.
You did?
I'm a fan.
Suscríbete al canal de Nuestra Señora de Notre Dame para que puedas ver todos los juegos. No te lo pierdas.
Everything she had to do there to draw the foul, to make the move, and finally she got the whistle. Fouls on number 22, Faith Howard. And Faith Howard playing good defense there. It's just a little too much contact. That's Faith Howard's second foul, team 6. And again, oh, a nice move from Maya Wardle. Nice little Euro step through the lane there and finishes.
And I really think if we continue to push the pace, both defensively, but
All right, folks, welcome back to the second half of the Notre Dame Richwoods girls varsity game. The Irish currently lead 17-14 over the Knights, and it will be Irish ball to start the second half. Maya Wardle will throw the ball in.
Hey, let's go, White. Let's go.
It has certainly been a defensive battle, to say the least. Shots have been hard to come by, or points have been hard to come by. We're getting shots both ends, just not making too many. Now, again, the old traditional saying, let's see what happens the first 3-4 minutes of the second half. And that's exactly what we want to look at right here and see how this half starts.
So Blackford swings it to Tenley. Tenley gets it back to Wardle.
Again, the idea is they're looking to go a little more high post.
Wardle calls for the screen, decides to shoot it instead. And there's, I believe, Jada Davis with the
Excellent
rebound.
pass.
And great defense all around just to kind of mix it up. But the Richwoods had the right idea to get it down the floor.
Yeah, Barber looked to make the pass just a little bit out of control. The right idea. And Wales tried to track it down, just couldn't get a hold of it.
So Wardle goes to Ricky. Ricky back to Wardle. Wardle looks interior. Nope. Swings it back to Tenley.
See, I like the pass fake by Liz. We always talked about when you're playing against any kind of zone, matchup or otherwise, pass fake, shot fake, attack seams in the zone, but don't drive too far. You get yourself in trouble.
A nice baseline pass underneath. And a lot of contact there underneath from Katie Wales, but no call. And I think it was probably the right call.
I think so. I think Katie and I think she and Molly kind of got there at the same time. And,
just incidental contact.
Yeah, I think that's part of the game.
So here comes number 20, Jada Lane, to bring the ball up for the Knights. She gets it in the hands of Barber. Another steal for Richwoods.
Lily wasn't quite sure she wanted to go get that ball.
Right.
And just pull up right there and make that shot, Biz.
Daly goes strong to the hoop. It's off the mark, but there is Lily Blackford with the rebound and her first field goal of the day. And as we talked with Coach Langford at halftime, those are the shots that they need to fall. Those are the shots that haven't been falling this game, and it's good to see Blackford get one to drop.
That's
right away.
right. Yeah, because so many of them have bounced around, just haven't gone at both ends, really. We've seen both teams struggle with getting the ball down.
So number 20, Jada Lane, with the ball down in the corner. Looks inside. And a nice give and go between the Knights there, and just couldn't capitalize on it. And we're going to have a pushing foul here on number 20, Jada Lane. That'll be her second foul. Team's first.
If you knock Lily to the floor, you have fouled her.
Yes,
that's a foul. Lily is tough and strong.
It is hard to move Lily. She's
just not going to back down anybody.
Right.
She's a competitor.
And there's Wardle for three, just off the mark. And there's the Irish fighting for a rebound, bounces around, and it will. I did not see the official's call. It's going to stay with the Irish.
Yeah, I think it got batted around by us a couple times, and then Richwoods got a hand in there right at the end.
Comes into Ricky. I thought Ricky was going to shoot. She's guarded by Hyder.
We just need to keep moving the ball.
They get inside to Daly. Daly with the strong move inside, rolls and good. Biz Daly picks up her first field goal of the day. So now you got Blackford and Daly both scoring here in the I think that's both their first buckets of the game, if I'm not mistaken.
Just an idea, ball reversal and then popping it inside, and you'll get those.
Biz might have scored in the first half, I'm not sure. But
I had her down for a bucket looking at it now, but.
Travel violation there for Richwoods. And we'll get number 22, Faith Howard, and number 32, Brenaya Hickman checking in. So we got Molly Rickey with the ball, gets it down to Wardle in the corner. To Biz Daly. Strong pass cross back to Wardle inside to Blackford. Daly drives hard, and she's going to draw the foul on number 32, Brenaya Hickman. That'll be Hickman's second, team's second.
I don't think Hickman agrees with that call, and I'm not sure. Again, you know what I liked about Hickman was she tried to block it with her left hand. The right hand usually is going to make that body contact. Tried to get it with the left hand, but still was called for contact.
And again, you know, as we've said many times, if you leave the ground and if there's any potential chance for contact with the body, more than likely you're going to get the call.
It's going to get called. That's exactly right. And you know, you always try to emphasize, you know, don't foul a shooter. And if you're going to foul a shooter around the basket, make sure they're not going to get the ball in the basket. Here comes our officials' timeout.
And I think a timeout was called from the Notre Dame bench, maybe. I did hear timeout call from there, or maybe they were saying, is it time for the media timeout? So once again, folks, you see this incredible list of sponsors who make this live stream possible. And as we talked earlier, and I'll run through this again, the sponsors here, they're really what's making this live stream possible. And we've added one or two sponsors almost every week, and it continues to grow. And this live stream, what we're doing here will continue to grow as we're getting ready to add soccer live streams, volleyball live streams. There will be football live streams. And as we just hit 1,000 subscribers to the YouTube page last week, during the, or actually earlier this week, I guess it was, during the boys' game against Manual. Now with 1,000 plus subscribers, we are able to have multiple live streamed events going on. So if soccer and volleyball are both playing on the same night, we will be able to share both games at the same time. And then, you know, whether it's football and soccer or football and volleyball, again, just we will be able to have mobile devices at one event or have the main camera at another event. Fortunately for you, I can't call all of them, and so I don't know if we'll have people calling them at everything. I just don't know what the setup will be, but we will be live streaming as many of our events as possible. So here comes Richwoods. Hyder with the ball. She's trapped up top. Gets it over to Wales. Wales.
Number 5, Abby Esselman, has entered the game, I believe, for the first time tonight. Abby's another one I've known since she was a little kid. I used to work with her mom at Lindbergh.
And that foul looks like it's going to be on number 14, Lily Blackford, her first, team's first. And number 15, Mary Breitbach, will check back in for the Irish for number 12, Molly Rickey. Ball comes into number 22, Faith Howard, and stolen. Here comes Liz Tenley back the other way. Strong move and finish for Liz Tenley.
You know, we talked about the importance of the first 3-4 minutes and a half, and we've come out 6-0 to begin the half. And you know, a 9-point lead in a game like this sometimes can look huge when points are hard to come by. So, but we've got to maintain. You know, there's a long ways to go, but this is the way you want to start the half.
Hyder with a nice move to the hoop, goes up strong and finishes. And just as you talk about no score, there's Cameron Hyder.
Okay, she is very, very
talented
skilled.
Freshman, gets to the hoop and gets Richwoods on the board for the first time this half. Mary Breitbach with the ball, guarded by Hyder. Tenley gets the ball inside to Daly. Daly to Blackford. Layup is off the mark, and here they come back the other way. Katie Wales with the ball, loses it. Saves it before it goes for the over and back, and Maya Wardle contains it, gets it inside to Blackford was going to go to Blackford, went across, and Fitz Daly lost it, got it. Blackford contains it again, shoots it, gets fouled. A lot of action going on.
A lot of action. Not a lot of scoring, a lot of results from that, but a lot of action.
It's a spaghetti bowl of chaos down there.
But again, when you get these opportunities, free throws, shots around the basket, you have to convert.
Blackford hits her first free throw. And with that, increases the lead, 24-16. Irish over the Knights. Second free throw's off the mark. But fantastic hustle from Wardle to get the rebound. Three's off the mark. Breitbach saves it. Gets it to Tenley. Tenley in the corner, dribbles out and around, gets it back to Wardle. And Wardle will set things up, gets it to Tenley. Down to Blackford, inside to Wardle. Wardle with a nice shot right off the glass.
And right now, we're just beating Richwoods to loose balls, and I think there might be a little fatigue factor in there. Again, with Richwoods not having a lot of games under the belt, you're going to be a little bit tired.
Nice rebound there for number 32. Nice hustle there for Hickman. Hickman is a nice, strong player, just couldn't finish her. Nice pass from Wardle into the lane to Liz Tenley. Liz Tenley picks up her 7th and 8th point of the game. A nice feed from Wardle right inside there. Just her ability to get down the court so fast. If you're not following her, you may lose opportunities. Liz Tenley will pick up her first foul of the game. And number 32, Lexi Gorham will check in, yes. And number...
I was just going to say, Maya Wardle, talking about her, she's just not going to get tired. She's going to go this
right.
pace, this speed the entire game.
Number 20, Jada Lane, and number 31, Jada Davis, both check in for Richwoods. Katie Wales loses the ball, gets it back, puts it in the hands of number 4, Adriana Barber. Barber looks again to the lane, gets it out to Hyder. Cameron Hyder swings it out to Katie Wales. Wales looks to drive, swings it back to Barber. And there's again Irish with the defense. Here comes Wardle. Gets it down to Breitbach for 3 off the mark. And number 31, Jada Davis, just couldn't stay on her feet. As she fell, she traveled, and they'll go to the Irish. And number 30, Claire Diders, seen her first action today.
Yeah, it's nice to see Claire getting the ball game at this spot.
Wardle gets the ball into Gorman. Gorman for 3, just off the mark.
And again, we don't want to foul when you're that far away from their basket with our 2 bigs. You're generally not going to have too many good things happen out of this.
I think that was on Lexi Gorman. I didn't quite pick that up. If it was her first, team's 3rd. There's a nice rebound by Jada Davis, and she did a good job of getting it, chinning it.
Jada's a good enough player. She's not going to just hand the ball to you. So it's not going to do you much good to trap her.
If you want to get it from her, you're going to have to foul her. Nice steal from Mary Breitbach to come back. And now we're coming back the other way. Wardle looks to drive. Nice defense from Hyder. That pass from Wardle's fantastic. Get it across court and just gets the defense on their heels the whole time.
She knows you want to move the ball, and you want to make the defense move, and you want to catch them on a bad closeout, and then you can penetrate and beat them.
Nice rebound underneath. I'm sorry, I'm completely obscured here by the official.
Yeah, that was, I know Diders was working hard underneath. Daly had missed a shot. I don't know if we have a replay on that or not, but we'll.
Yeah, we may have to do like a shot collar on the referees, and if they're in our way, we could buzz them a little bit. I'm not sure they'll go for it, but we'll see if we have it in the budget. Nice steal from Wardle. She poked it away, but then wasn't able to hold on to it. And Blackford with a
that's a foul.
That's a foul. I don't think she agreed with it, but it certainly was. As you can see here, just a little too much business near the near half court. Hyder with the ball. Wardle guarding her. Breitbach almost with the steal. Barber looked like she wanted to drive and thought better of it. Gets it over to Wales. Wales over to number 20, Jada Lane. And Lane right through the lane. I really did not mean to make any sort of pun there, but there it was.
It was just wide open.
Yeah, it just accidentally happened, and it really was accidental. And here comes Hyder, strong to the hoop. Passes out to Wales. Nice rebound for Diders, and picks up the foul on number 4, Adriana Barber.
And good hustle back by our girls. Richwoods had an advantage there. We were able to get back and create some problems for them.
I tell you, that's a good couple minutes of fantastic effort for number 30, Claire Diders, as she heads back to the bench, and Liz Tenley checks back in for the Irish. Great work by Diders.
Yeah, and that's what you want her to do. Come in and give some people a rest and don't hurt the team, and she doesn't hurt the team, and she's going to add to it. And plus, Claire's just a great young lady, good student. She's smart, and she knows what she's supposed to do and what she's capable of doing, and she's going to do it.
Lexi Gorham gets called for the double dribble, and Richwoods will bring it back. Hyder to inbounds. Hyder gets it to Wales. Gorham guarding. She gets it over to 31. Jada Davis goes strong to the hoop and draws the foul on Liz Tenley. Number 31, Jada Davis with a nice move to the hoop. And Jada Davis will shoot 2 shots. Liz Tenley picks up her second, team's 5th. First free throw's off the mark for Davis. She'll get one more. Second free throw is good for Davis. Shots up, off the mark, and that'll bring us to the end of the third. Notre Dame 28, Richwoods 19. We'll head into the fourth quarter here shortly. It'll be Richwoods ball. Really much of anything can happen here, but we're going to enjoy the Notre Dame cheerleaders as we head into the fourth quarter.
Were they looking for our reaction, or were they looking for a little? I could give them. I could critique. I'm, pretty much an expert on cheerleading. How about you?
I have some pointers.
Yeah.
There'd be a lot more sitting, maybe some reclining. There's that flip there was completely unnecessary, but a wonderful job by
Now,
our
when you
cheerleaders.
cheered in college, were you a base or a flyer? What were you?
I'm not even sure what you're talking about right now, Mike, but that's okay.
I was a cheer dad for 1 year, so I know the terms. Problem is, she would cheer, but she was too busy watching the games to really.
Yep.
So.
Nice pass. Beautiful feed inside of Liz Tenley, and she'll pick up her 10th point of the game, extending the lead to 11 for the Irish as we approach 7.5 here in the fourth quarter. Hyder with the ball, looks inside, swings it out to Wales. Biz Daly doing a wonderful job with Liz Tenley defending the paint here. Adriana Barber with the ball. She backs it out, guarded by Molly Rickey. Nice fake by Wales, swings it out to Hyder. Hyder driving. The floater is blocked by Tenley. Wardle fights for it, gets it. And she is fouled almost immediately. Blocking foul on number 31, Jada Davis. Her second will be the team's 5th.
And it's nice to have that guard like Wardle who gets the ball, going to get a little pressure, but can clear it out, take care of it, and you feel pretty comfortable with the ball in her hands.
Again, absolutely fearless. And again, she'll draw that foul without any problem.
Yeah, the only way they're going to take the ball from her at that point is to foul her.
Right.
And when you got a guard like that in your team is just so much better.
Gorham with the ball in the corner. 3 balls up and good. Lexi Gorham for 3.
Again, she spots up in the corner. She's pretty deadly in each corner.
Nice defense, good trap for the Irish right now.
And a timeout called by Richwoods.
Coach Hersey just saw the trouble that Adriana Barber was in and called a full timeout immediately. And with 6:35 left here in the fourth quarter, Irish has extended their lead 33-19. And again, a quick 5 points here, if I'm not mistaken, in the fourth quarter can change this game pretty quickly.
That's right. Again, we talked about it before, but when points are hard to come by and you've got a 14-point lead, that seems like a pretty safe lead. However, we're also struggling a little bit to get points, so you don't want to sit on it. You want to keep playing. Don't force things. Don't try to do anything you're not capable of doing. Just keep running your offense and taking what's available to you. Just like right there, we moved the ball a little bit. Lexi Gorham had the ball in her hand. She got rid of it. The ball came back to her. She knocked down a 3. And those shots within the offense are very good shots to take. If you come down and make one pass or one dribble and fire those shots up at this point, not as good a shot.
Once again, folks, our basketball supporters and overall just Notre Dame's sports supporters are something to be incredibly grateful for. If you know any of these companies or know people that work for these companies, please stop them, thank them. This live stream is completely made possible because of them. And again, if you would like to join this incredible group of people, I encourage you to contact Dave Rudolph, our athletic director here at Notre Dame. Come get your logo up here so we may thank you as well. And if you're ever here at one of the games, please stop, say hello. I have no problem talking to you on the air or embarrassing you on the air. And there's a few of you that I know that I'm more than happy to do that as well. So Irish pick up a quick foul. Lexi Gorham gets her second. I lied, that's her first. Team 6. Mr. Cummings certainly would know better than I do, as he is on the other side of the gym.
Yeah, and he's got the scorebook right down, the official book right down from him, so we'll take his word for it.
Barber with the ball, guarded by Ricky. Swings it to Wales. It gets back to Barber. Barber looks to drive. Irish doing a wonderful job just keeping the ball out of the paint. And there's Ricky with some great defense tipping it away.
We're containing the dribble. We're showing help. Our hands are very active, and just making life really difficult for Richwoods in terms of getting a good shot.
It's a nice pass inside and finish for number 32, Brenaya Hickman.
And I kind of thought we might see a little bit more of that from Richwoods, but we haven't given them that opportunity, though. Part of it is our defense has not let that happen.
I certainly thought they'd work to get more Hickman involved. Again, another steal and finish. Molly Ricky for 2. I get that Brenaya Hickman is only a freshman, but she's talented. She's strong under that hoop, and I thought they'd get her more involved. And just a couple extra steps there for number 31, Jada Davis. Gets called for the travel, and the Irish will come back the other way. With 5.5 left here in the fourth quarter, the Irish lead 35-21. Maya Wardle with the ball. Hands off to Ricky. Ricky looks to drive, and she passes out to Wardle. Wardle dribbles out. Scanning the courts. Swings it to Gorman. Gorman to Ricky. Ricky looks inside, gets it back to Gorman, back to Wardle. Wardle back to Gorham. Gorham playing a great game right now, looks to drive, nope, pulls it out, gets it back to Wardle.
Yeah, Lexi Gorham has given us some really good minutes tonight.
Gorham is a threat at any time.
She's just played very well, very within herself. Knocked down a couple shots.
Wardle with the ball, drives baseline, floater, good. Maya Wardle having a great game today. That's 9 for her on the day. Ball comes to Hyder. Hyder settles down, gets inside of Wales. Wales turns for the jumper. Off the mark. Tenley assumed it was tipped. I didn't see it.
I'm not sure if that ball was tipped or not. I couldn't tell.
But Tenley certainly, yeah, she's saying it was. And I'll tell you, Liz Tenley had a better view than I did, so I'll believe her. With that, we're going to go into our final media timeout of the.
Get the expert orthopedic care you need when you need it. Skip the ER and come to Midwest Ortho First. We're the area's only walk-in clinic for sprains, strains, and breaks. Midwest Ortho First at Midwest Orthopedic Center. Proud to be the viewer's choice.
Have you subscribed to our YouTube channel yet?
No, I've not.
Why not? No?
I don't subscribe to anything.
So 16-point lead, 4:20 left. Is Coach Langhoff comfortable?
You know, I would think he's a lot more comfortable than you know he was when we had when we stretched the lead to 11 or 12 in the third quarter, just knowing so many things can happen. But just the direction this game is going, it seems like we are still sharp and we're still executing things the way we want to do it. So I think he's got to feel pretty comfortable about that, and the fact our defense has not let up. So when you figure you've given up 21 minutes through about 21 points in about 28 minutes, you feel pretty good that you're not going to give up 16 in the last 4.5. But that's easier. It's easy to say it. You still have to execute on defense, and I don't think we're going to let up on the defensive end.
And there's Wardle again, just with the quick hands, knocking away from Hyder, forcing the jump ball, and we're going to come back the Irish way. You cannot take a play off in front of Maya Wardle.
No, she is. She's just got so much court awareness. She knows what she's doing on the floor. She goes after any opportunity she can seize, and she's just a complete ball player.
So nice pass from Daly down in the corner to Wardle. Wardle goes back to Daly. Daly brings it back over to Ricky. Ricky dribbles near the top of the key, pulls back, slings it over to Wardle. Wardle over to Tenley. Tenley drives. Wanted to go inside to Ricky or Daly. I'm not sure which one, but either way, it went between them and out of bounds, and it'll be Richwoods' ball.
Yeah, trying to force something that really wasn't there. The drive on the baseline is fine, but once you leave your feet, now you're going to be in a little bit of trouble. If you don't have somebody in sight, you're going to throw the ball too.
Hyder with the ball. Gets it inside. And that's a nice jump shot from number 3, Destiny Rush. Off the mark and goes out of bounds. Off Richwoods, and will stay. It will go to the Irish.
So, what we want to do here, you've got what you think is a comfortable lead, and maybe Coach Langhoff's going to talk about this right now. But I just think you want to run your offense, and you're going to run it through. And if you get a good available shot early on, because you're not going to hold the ball for 3.5 minutes, that's just not going to happen. But we're gonna keep running through. If you get a good shot, fine. If not, you bring it out, you reset, and you start it over again. And the clock is in our favor. I don't know how the team fouls. I don't have those in front of me right now.
I think 6-5. Richwoods have 5. Notre Dame has 6. And
so we'll be if Richwoods decides to start fouling to try to get us to the line, that's going to happen pretty soon. So, but we just have to take care of the ball and just assume they're gonna come after us. Mr. Bear, can we get a camera on that board?
At the rate Mr. Bear is going right now, we're going to have the best technical setup here.
He just keeps adding more and more to it to just bring it a much better game to the people at home.
And I'm worried that they're just trying to, fill the gaps that for the talent at the table.
Yeah,
we need so much technology.
You've got to substitute somewhere
because of the lack of talent calling the game. There's Liz Tenley, baseline jumper off the mark, and Barber comes out with it. Fast break, drives hard, misses the layup, and there's Biz Daly fighting strong for it. And again, gets tangled up with number 32, Brenaya Hickman. Great hustle there by Biz Daly to fight for it and hold on to it.
And I was just going to say, in a normal situation in a game, that shot Liz took would be a great shot. Where we are right now, it's probably not the shot they wanted. And I'm not sure if they're going to talk to her about it for just a minute. Again, it's time in the situation in the game.
That was Hickman's 3rd foul. Team 6. Both teams are now in the bonus. sitting at 6 fouls apiece. Breitbach is checked back in for the Irish. Ball goes to Ricky. She gets it back to Blackford. He gets it to Wardle on the baseline. Wardle feeds inside to Blackford, and we'll go to a jump ball, which will go to Richwoods. Again, here we are. They're up 16, just under 2.5, and their ability to move that ball around is just as crisp as it was in the first quarter, maybe better.
That's right, and that's what you want to do. You want to maintain that and don't get sloppy. Don't create some bad habits late in the game. Got to learn how to finish games.
Right.
That's a big part of developing as a pretty good team.
Hyder with the ball. Gets it to Barber. Barber with a long three, and that is good.
3 for 4,
Adriana Barber knocks down the three here in the fourth quarter. Nice screen from Blackford. Wardle loses it for a second.
Coach Langhoff saw something they didn't want to see, and right away.
Full timeout.
We're going to try to just calm us down and say, we've got enough points. Unless we get something that's clear, we got enough points, but you can't just, we're doing a little over dribbling sometimes.
And again, over the past, several years, Richwoods has had incredible amount of talent. I think he may just have the mentality that we just keep the foot on the gas until there's zeros across the board. Of course, Coach Varsity was the coach of the incredibly talented 2018 state champion, 3A champion out of Richwoods. Incredible group of young women that played for that team, and
there's Division I players all over the place coming off that team. And
Cameron Foster having a season at Marquette right now, just incredible talent up there in Milwaukee. Jada McLeod at UIC again as well. Just
and then the guards, Courtney Crane.
Oh, absolutely.
And,
Tiana Johnson.
And
Nia Williams, who is I believe at ICC now.
At ICC. As a matter of fact, a teammate with Daria Edwards from Peoria High. That's a pretty good duo to come out of Peoria, along with the Jones girl from Morton. So
absolutely.
ICC's got a nice group
there.
They certainly do. And what Richwoods will do is if when they go in this, where maybe they go through a stretch of great teams, and you may go through with a little stumbling block here, but not for long. Richwoods does not. They don't stay down very long. If they're, I don't even want to say if this is down. They just haven't played. This is just rust. They haven't played much, so I don't even want to say that.
Right. So Ricky with the ball, just settling things down, gets it over to Breitbach. Breitbach gets it to Ricky, and they're clearly just settling, and but Ricky loses it and driving through the lane. Barber comes up with it. She looks to attack. Nice pass through a lot of traffic to Hyder. Hyder's jump shot's off the mark. Breitbach with the rebound. She gets it out to Wardle, and Wardle is just going to slow it down. Yeah,
like we said, we've got enough points right now. Unless they give us a layup or a free throw within our offense, we got enough points. Just you can go inside out with it, do a lot of things with it. Just don't try to do too much. Too much dribbling is going to get you in trouble. Give yourself up. Get a good angle for your teammate to throw the ball to you. That's Maya right there. Just instinctively, she pops out. She's not trying to get the ball to score. She's trying to get the ball to milk the clock.
So Molly Ricky will bring the ball in, gets it into
Blackford, that's
gets
perfect.
it back to Wardle.
And Richwoods is not going to foul.
Right. They're also not going to lay down. Their defense is still strong, but Blackford in and out to Breitbach, and then we do have a foul here, but that will bring us to 1-on-1, and Mary Breitbach will shoot 1-on-1. Foul was on number 10, Katie Wales, her second, team 7th, and again, Mary Breitbach. To line shooting 1-on-1. Again, with 18 seconds left, Mary Breitbach hits the first free throw. With 18 seconds left, I think Coach Langford has to be proud of the game his team's played here.
Yeah, you struggle putting the ball in the basket early in the half. We score 17 points in the first half. We've come back and we've scored 21 here. And remember, 3 of those 17 were late on that 3 by Lexi Gorham.
A nice move through the lane there by Hyder. And with 5 seconds to go,
don't shoot
Worrell
it. We're just
brings
going to
it
hold
in,
the
pulls
ball.
it out, settles things down, and that'll end it, folks, with the Notre Dame Irish winning 38-24 over the Richwood Knights. It was a fantastic game, Coach, and we're going to see if we can't grab Coach Langhoff and maybe one of the players to talk to us here. Yeah, we're going to see if we can't talk to Coach Langhoff and one of our players here, just to get their take on the game, and so stay with us for a second here, because it was a fantastic game, and we got Coach Langhoff. I think they're going
He's going to talk to the team real quick.
So we'll talk here. We're going to talk here with you for a second here, because I know you folks really, really enjoy our
They just can't, it's only 2 games tonight instead of 3, so they just can't get enough of us. So I think they want us to keep talking here. So you can have at it. But again, it's a, something that every time you come out and play, no matter what the circumstances may be, and it's been, again, we've talked about it, it's been a rough stretch for Richwoods. When you play a game, then you're out, and you're 2 weeks with nothing going on. You can't practice, can't do anything, and then you come back. That's a difficult situation to be in. But for Notre Dame's part of this, you look at it and say, you can, and we've talked about this before, you only can play who's on the floor against you, and you have to do your best in that situation. And we did. We struggled early, but came back and I thought played a really solid second half of basketball, more so even than the first half.
So for only playing 2 games, and again, their first game was a tough game against Peoria High. The Knights balanced things very well. Adriana Barber had 6 points. Cameron Hyder, very composed freshman, had a very, very nice game, 5 points.
And handled the ball an awful lot against a pretty tenacious defense.
Had a 3 in the first quarter, had another field goal there in the third. Jada Lane, very strong presence, both in the lane, but also a threat out on the perimeter as well. That was Jada Lane. Also, Jada Davis had 3 points as well. And then Brenaya Hickman, only a freshman as well, with 4 points. I expect we'll see a lot more of her over the next few years.
I think so. The quality of freshmen they have is very good. And again, we should know, Richwoods was missing a player, missing their senior. And when you don't have your senior, that experience and a good player too. Olivia Allen's a good player.
Absolutely.
And not having her on the floor makes a difference. But again, you have to overcome these things. Everybody's going to have some issues they're going to deal with, and you hope for Richwood's sake as they're able to get some games in these last couple weeks of this shortened season, that they're able to kind of find some combinations that they're going to be able to look at and say, okay, this is our future, this is where we're going, and with in a perfect world where next summer and next fall and everything works well together, everybody's going to be able to put their product on the floor that they want.
Absolutely. And then on the Notre Dame side of things, Liz Tenley, 10 points, just solid throughout the game. She had 4 in the first half, got another 6 in the second. Molly Rickey with 5, had the 3 in the first half, got another field goal there in the fourth. Lily Blackford, although I think I only have her down for 3, she was a force throughout the game.
She always
Mary
is.
Breitbach with 1. And then Biz Daly had, I think she had 2, maybe 4. Then Hanley with 2, and then Maya Wardle with 9, and just an all-around great game. So right now we're going to take a moment. We're going to talk with Coach Langhoff, and so sit tight as I turn it over to Mr. Plunkett here to have a few words with the coach. 1 second, please.
Okay, we are joined by Coach Langhoff and his son Dominic. I know Dominic would like to get a few words in, but he will never stop. We'll be here all night, so we're not going to let that happen. Coach, you got to be happy with the second half. Offensively, we got a little bit better going, a little bit more so. But gosh, we gave them 10 points in the second half. You got to be.
Was
very
that
happy
yeah?
with
Was that what it was? I know.
I think it was 17-14 at halftime, and 38-24 was the final.
Yeah,
so
we talked about.
Yeah.
I mean, having a pretty versatile guard in Maya, being able to handle the ball, but still having enough ball handlers that she can bring it up, and then get to the baseline. That was, you know, putting her behind the zone made a big difference in our decision making. But we just moved the ball a lot better against the zone, especially early in the third quarter. We got a lot of, you know, the ball wasn't sticking. We weren't holding it. We were getting it moving. You know, made plays off the baseline, and that's what we talked about, getting ready to play this zone. Is you got to put it in the short corner, deep corner, and then obviously with Maya down there making decisions, and Liz made some really good decisions, and we finally started finishing around the basket.
Yeah, it makes a difference when you score.
Yeah.
We talked about that earlier. You never look very good when you're not
Right.
making baskets. And now, you know, I want you to enjoy this night, but looking ahead now, we're looking in 2 nights where we've got Peoria High coming in the gym.
Right. Yeah.
What are you anticipating with
Well,
that?
it's going to be a different type of pressure. You know, we've seen them on film. They played a 2-3. They've gone up and, you know, they play their 2-2-1. And, you know, I know Michi will mix it up on us and make it really hard for our ball handlers. It'll be a great test for our young backcourt to see if we can handle that. You know, the big key always with Peoria High the last few years with their athleticism and their pressure is if you can handle the pressure and get some shots early and get settled, you know, it makes a big difference. But the other thing is if we don't rebound better than we have, you know,
Right.
they send 4 kids to the glass. They're big kids. You know, that could be those are the 2 things we're going to have to really focus on
Right.
Friday.
Well, good. Well, it's always nice when you can beat a rival, and Richwoods certainly is a rival.
Yeah.
And the last few years, they haven't made it easy to beat them. So
No,
it's nice to come out and get that win and a good start for our young kids.
Yeah,
to
absolutely,
get that
absolutely.
win.
Good rivalry game still, like you said. No matter what, you know, it's going to be a grind. And my older two boys reminded me before I even got in the locker room that it only took me 20 years to beat Richwoods. I said that's not true. It's 22. But
Well, I'll tell you what. There aren't a lot of coaches that beat Richwoods too many
That's right.
times in the last 20
That's
years.
right.
So that's good. Well,
hey,
congratulations,
absolutely.
Coach.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate your coverage. You guys do awesome.
And
Appreciate it.
We'll get Maya over here and see if we can we'll turn her loose. All right, Maya. First of all, congratulations on a good game and a good start to your high school career. We haven't talked to you yet.
Yeah.
Now, you've been getting a lot of minutes, JV and varsity. You know, how are you feeling during the varsity games? Are you getting tired of your legs a little bit, or are you just, we talked about it, it looks like you could play all night and never get tired.
Well, I mean, I was in good shape in the off season because I got the ability to play with my travel team, so I played lots of games, lots of minutes. So, you know, I think some days it's harder than others, but, you know, it's also like a toughness thing. So I challenged myself, and I think it's been working out so far, so let's hope it keeps going.
Well, that, you know, and that's good because it really shows on the court that, you know, you're very polished and you do so many things to help our team win. You're certainly a pass first player. That's your mentality. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah, and you can tell, and you make everybody around you much better. Now you're going to face a different challenge Friday night with Peoria High. What are you expecting, and you know, what do you think about going into that game?
Well, I mean, some of those girls are my travel teammates, so I've been playing with them for years. I've watched a lot of film on them. I've been excited to play them. I'm excited for the challenge. I think that if we do the little things, I think we'll compete and we'll surprise a lot of people. I like being the underdog, so I'm excited for that. I'm excited for our team.
I agree with you. I think it's kind of nice going into a game where nobody thinks you have a chance to win, and you got nothing to lose, and you play and you have fun with it. So,
Exactly.
well, enjoy this win. It's always nice when Notre Dame and Richwoods compete against each other. It's nice to beat Richwoods in girls basketball because, you know what, it doesn't happen too often. They don't lose a lot of games over the years. So, but it's nice. Congratulations. Good luck Friday, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you.
All right, Maya.
All right, folks. Maya Wardle, fantastic game tonight. Not only creating as she does, but you know, not only at the assist column, the steal column, points column, she did a little bit of everything.
And you can put the ball in her hands, and you feel comfortable the ball is going to get where it needs to go. And you know, people always talk about, you know, size and height and all that in basketball. High school basketball is won with guards. You know, college basketball, you know, probably to the same degree, it's won with guards. And if you've got really good guard play, you've always got a chance.
Right. So, folks, with this game, that brings Notre Dame Varsity to 8-2. Big game coming up. Their next game will be at Peoria High here in the kitchen Friday night. JV will kick off at 5:30. Varsity at 7. Don't quote me 100% on that. I'm pretty sure I'm right. Pretty sure I'm right. 5:30 and 7.
You are right. That's
okay.
Well, hold it. it's COVID. Things can change.
Right.
But the last message we got was it's 5:30 and 7.
5:30 and 7. And then we will be back again on Saturday for the boys' games. And those, I believe we have a triple header on Saturday for the boys' games. So a lot of action this week. A lot of basketball going on. And the boys are just 2 games. That's just Urbana only has JV and Varsity this year. So that'll be that'll be 5:30 and 7 again. So both Friday with the girls, big game with Peoria High. And then Saturday, it'll be a good game. It'll be a battle for the boys with Urbana here with the JV and Varsity. So again, any final thoughts on today's games?
No, it's just again, just like anything else, it's nice to be playing, and if you can be playing, it's a heck of a lot more fun when you're winning. And so it's nice to continue winning and get a little momentum going into playing a very, very talented, very, very good Peoria High team Friday night. And I'm really looking forward to that ball game.
Folks, there are an incredible amount of people that go to make this happen. First, we have to thank our sponsors. They are a wonderful bunch of people that have given of their time and talent and treasure to make this happen. Diders Funeral Home, David Vaughn Investments, Jim Carlson and Country Financial, J.C. Dillon Plumbing, the Notre Dame Boosters, Midwest Orthopedic Center, J.R. Koch with Maloof Realty, the Pipco Companies, Jones Brothers Jewelers, Anytime Fitness, one of our newer sponsors. Of course, we have Midwest Orthopedic Center, Purpose Barber Station, Hine Construction, the Nethery Group. Again, we have the boosters who are constantly at the center of much of what we do. Quality Pools by Design, and of course, Entire Home Improvement, who I am a customer of right now, as they are completely redoing my basement, and I couldn't be happier with the great work that Jared and his team are doing from Entire Home Improvement. So first we have to thank our sponsors, and then any given night here, there's a team of 10 to 20 people who make the magic happen here. So Val Schiefling and Pat Armstrong, who are working the door, COVID coordinators, keeping us all safe and sound here. Lana Dawson and Tally Severe, the cheer coach and dance coach for Notre Dame. Our announcer, making everything sound beautiful inside here. John Cummings, can't thank him enough. Our scoreboard and clock operator, Dave Kenny. Our official scorer tonight was Jess Freeman. Then our technical team, Mike Baer, not only our overall director most nights here, but was also working the camera tonight. We can't thank you enough, Mike, and I think I was even pretty kind to you this evening, which is rare. We also had the great work of Brian Simmons, who is setup, takedown, everything in between. He's the man on the board, and there he is, folks, and not about as happy about it as we are. But Brian, we can't do this without you. And then Louis Jokic, a sophomore here at Notre Dame, learning and training on various aspects of what we're doing here, and can't thank Louis enough for being with us tonight. But folks, on behalf of Mike Plunkett, my partner here, my name is Jim Lynch. We are very blessed to be able to do this and share the girls' talents with you tonight. They're an incredible bunch, and we look forward to having you here Friday night as we welcome Central for another 2 fantastic games. So we'll say goodnight. God bless you all. We'll see you next game.